Snapdeal over the last few years now has been very clearly focused on the value conscious e-commerce shopper of the country. This has been, a clear mission for us. We are going after Bharat sellers, connecting the Bharat sellers to the Bharat value conscious shopper. Um, Growth drivers for us from a category perspective has been largely the fashion and lifestyle set of categories, which includes footwear, home decor, kitchen essentials, beauty and personal care, and a bit of, and a bit bunch of health and food supplements. So this has been largely where we are playing, which is primarily in the fashion and ancillary lifestyle space, and I would say primarily in the Indian label, uh, what we call in India as unbranded merchandise space, right? So that's been our focus. That's been our growth driver. Today, just to give you a flavor of the business, almost 90% of our business today comes from fashion and lifestyle, which in the past used to be a lot of electronics. I think that has moved to these categories. 80% plus of our business today is coming from outside metros, and they continue to grow strong. At the same time, we see there are a lot many value conscious shoppers that exist even in the metros. So we see metros also performing very well for us. I think just to give you a very recent example of our last sale called the Swatantra sale in August, which was in a way a kickoff of the festive. We saw our units grow 100% year on year, and especially the focus category of fashion tripled year on year for us. Fashion will be a big part of this. At the same time, we do see that home decor, home furnishings, kids fashion, and a lot of accessories around fashion will also be ancillary strong growth drivers for us. Uh, and this is particularly because we see the women customers in this segment actually buying a variety of stuff for the household and not just for themselves. So all the categories that a woman in the household buys, those would continue to be growth drivers as we acquire more and more women customers. For the first time, we have introduced something called as a Tehelka deal, which is a bunch of products. You can get every product for just 30 rupees.
Oh, nice.
And this has products which in a usual day are as expensive as 600, 700, 800 rupees. So things like value smartwatches, saris, kurtis, Bluetooth headsets, right? So everything at 30 rupees. Then we have another new concept we've introduced, which is called a loot hour, where sellers have gone over and above the discounts they've given for the sale for those hours on top, right? So this would actually mean that what you will get now in those 2 hours in the beginning of the sale, and hopefully during the course of the sale at different points, wouldn't have been seen at any point in the last 18 months to 2 years. Just a couple of days ago, we have launched a rap song around our legacy as well as our future on what we are trying to do at Snapdeal.
Yeah.
That again, I think has been produced fully in-house actors. One of our customer service team members has actually done and sung that song and acted the protagonist there. So that's the other piece. And then the third piece, which again should be unveiled in the next couple of days, is a fashion show, which is again curated by the employees, showcasing the best and the most stylish looks on Snapdeal. I think it's a fantastic news for all the customers. In fact, we have a bunch of categories which have seen a significant rate cut, whether it is footwear or a bunch of home and kitchen categories, and even some of the high-priced apparel categories. And we definitely believe it will add further momentum once the rate cuts come into effect. We expect customers to open up their wallet. I think what will be interesting to see is which categories get the maximum share of that spending, because that is anybody's guess today,
Yeah.
whether they would uh, save money and spend on automobile, or they'll save money or spend on fashion, or do something on grocery. I think that's for anybody's guess, but we are excited because we have enough and more to offer to the customer with the GST
Hmm.
cards. The way our business model works is it's a very low asset based business model,
Yeah.
because we don't own a lot of fixed capital costs, right? It's largely variable costs. And we work really hard to find efficiencies in every small line item. And then we pass it back to the customer as price benefit, right? So it's very simple. That way, if you think about it, right, save 1%, pass it as 1% discount to the customer. And I think that is the hard work. When you're focused on just value as a model, you can actually do that incessantly every day.
Yeah.
So that's one clear endeavor to be a leader in the value commerce space, to be a leader in the value fashion space, which has been our forte in the recent times. I think technology would continue to be a big leverage for us, whether it is to reduce costs, to increase our customer experience. I think AI will evolve very soon to a level where things like try-ons on apparel will become very real. Things like creating exciting experiences from static product images will become very real. I think a lot of those tests are underway. And that would and shoppability will become a lot more experiential shopping journeys. Sneakers, Bombay Shaving Company, a lot actually, good to great.